Coach, you're practicing two quarterbacks. Have you made a decision for this Friday?
Guys. I'll answer all your questions Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Dragon Talk. Not until then.
Pickens Power Half Hour, Dragon Talk, 7 p.m. every Tuesday live. Coaches, players, and your tweets.
Charmony. She is a superstar and record-breakingly adorable. She instantly sold out her last show. The venue? Canada.
Take off, eh?
She knows what she wants.
That's not what I want.
But do you know where it all began?
So I can get this without credit.
Yeah, we make it simple.
That's great.
Aaron's makes owning easy through lease ownership, so you can own the life you want.
America's Best Choice Windows and More is the name to trust for upfront pricing, professional installation, and lifetime warranty.
Hello, I'm Keith Burton. Is it time to update your home? Let America's Best Choice Windows and More help. We offer windows that are high quality, low cost, and come with a lifetime warranty. We offer siding in many different styles and colors. Our metal roofing comes with a 40-year fade warranty. You can call or look us up on our website to schedule your free estimate today.
706-276-7040.
Hey, it's time for Pickens Power Half Hour. We got a special show here on Dragon Talk with head coach Chris Parker. We have all the Dragon seniors here. Pickens Dragon seniors are with us tonight. We're excited about that. You're going to meet each and every one of them. If you don't know them, you'll know them tonight. So we're really proud of these Dragons. First of all, we want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing a pizza party for all the seniors and the coach here tonight. And Pickens is coming off an impressive win, 42-19 over Gilmer. Real impressive win this past week. Defense stood strong 2 weeks in a row. We're going to talk about that. But first we want to get into Region 7 Quad A, where we stand at this point of the season. Let's run down that real quick. Cartersville 6-0, Pickens is 5-1, Gilmer is 4-2, Southeast Whitfield is 3-3, Heritage is 3-3, Northwest Whitfield is 2-4, Ridgeland is 1-5, Lafayette is 0-6. Pickens is going to be traveling down to Cartersville. This will be for a region championship here. They're going to be traveling down there, and Pickens is 8-1, Cartersville is 8-1. We're going to look at some of the scenarios in the playoff. We can look at that now where some things stand. Cartersville's coming off a win to Lafayette. So we kind of got some background. Pickens, that impressive win this past Friday night. Total yards in that game was 527, but 519 of them were on the ground. So we're going to talk about that with an average of 9.26 a carry. Brian Pritchard, FetcherNews.com. I'm here with my co-host, LT Milton. LT, we got all the seniors tonight. We got a big night. Who do we have with us? Introduce who we have on the couch right now.
We have Ryan Evans. Obviously, we have head coach Chris Parker. We have Kalen Brooks, and we have John Alban.
Guys, glad to be here. Before we get started, we have done, and it's all in fun, FetcherNews.com. We're all about supporting these high school football players and all these students and these athletes in North Georgia, and we like to have some fun. We created a Pickens Gilmer hat challenge a couple years ago, and this past Friday night, Pickens won that hat challenge, and RJ Casey got to put the Pickens hat on me, and I had to wear it. Coach, we got anything? Did you?
Yeah, we got you a hat you can keep for yourself.
All right, okay. Well,
since you had to borrow RJ's to put on.
I had to borrow RJ. I don't have to borrow RJ's anymore, so I'm fully little tinted green blazer, green shirt. I'm good.
Yeah.
I get in, guys. Okay, guys. Let's take off. Let's get some questions.
Well, Coach, obviously it's a big win. Just talk a little bit about it and how you feel about the win overall.
Well, proud of the guys. I thought we executed well. All three phases were decent. We came out and did what we had to do to win the game. I thought, anytime you play in a rivalry game like that, both teams having a really good record and have an opportunity to host playoff games, a lot of emotions and a lot of, just a lot of things that factor into the game. I thought Gilmer did a great job, had a good plan, but I thought our guys executed, and it was our night. They kind of got the better of us, a couple years before, and Friday was our day, I guess. So, looking forward to seeing how we respond here coming up, and kind of go from there. It was a great win, but you watch the team. We got to play this Friday, and you don't get too long to gloat about it. You got to get back to work.
Well, you know what? Some people out there that may watch, and we've got Shannon with us tonight. Shannon, you have an awesome season, and they hear Shannon and they hear Marcus Bird, but Your defense, I still on the sideline watch. You're fast. There's a lot of parts to this team. There's a whole lot of parts to this team. There's a lot more reasons why you're 8-1. We got the sack leader on the couch tonight. Tell us a little bit about this defense in these last 2 weeks, and you guys have really stepped it up and come together.
Yeah, I thought the defense played well. I thought the offensive line played well. In football, the head coach, quarterback, running back, all those guys are the guys that get most of the credit or the blame. But, any team that's successful, there's a lot of moving parts that make them successful. And we're very pleased with the defense progress they've made, very pleased with the offensive line, very pleased with the backs, pleased with the coaching staff. It all had to work together. Defensively, don't have very many singers. Only got a couple singers playing defense, Kalen being one of them. And so it's taken 8 or 9 weeks to maybe get where we want to be. But we got a big challenge coming up this week. But I was really proud of the guys. I thought come out and gave up a touchdown right before the half, which kind of made it back to a one-score game. And then sometimes that can kind of derail you a little bit. And thought we came out in the third quarter and really played well. And was proud of the guys for that. But, overall, just a good performance. And probably a game that we could have easily lost in the last couple of years. And these guys, we got all seniors here tonight. It's kind of fitting that these guys were ninth graders when we got here. Just finished their ninth grade year. And, games like Friday were kind of for us like 3 years in the making. We have to kind of gradually get better. To beat a good team like Gilmer, it takes more than just 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 days in the weight room. Or, it's taken all 3 years of these guys in their 10th, 11th, 12th grade year doing what we ask them to do to get them to a position where we can play for a region championship, and kind of do the things we want to do. So proud for these guys, but, we're not going to celebrate yet. We worry about all that at the banquet. We got to worry about these games coming up.
Go ahead, LT.
I want to piggyback on that, talking about your defense. Kalen, I want to ask you, you guys have shut out basically 6 out of the last 8 quarters. You've only been scored on twice. Talk a little bit about what you as a senior leader on that defense are seeing on the field that's helping you guys have the success that you are.
We're starting to communicate more, talk more, and be more vocal. As far as the first couple of games, we were like, all right, we got to play. Let's just run it. Hurry up and run it. Let's not even, look at each other. Let's just do our job. And I think that, messed us up a little bit because, we wasn't feeling right.
Right.
As far as, it wasn't just, you can't just do your job. And then we got to
you have to know the other guys do.
Yeah, you got to, help each other. Because there were some guys on the field that was just too shy to, or they didn't want to say nothing, but they didn't know what they were doing.
Right.
And, you just had to say something, and that's all it took. And after that, we started moving a little better. People started getting in the right gaps and started making things happen.
The experience level on defense has gotten obviously better every week, but playing so many young kids, Kalen's right, that lack of communication, lack of trust in their assignment, things like that,
right,
has gotten better every week. So, and Kalen's one of our better leaders over there. Proud of him. Proud of all these guys. They've done a good job. Now, offensive line and defense both have not been that bad all year. Been good all year. We score a bunch of points, so Shannon, me, Marcus, we get all the credit, I guess. But we don't. It's a team effort. All of us, we all win or we all lose. We lost to one team. That's their only region win. So, we got room where we can improve. We either all win or we all lose. But the last couple Fridays, it's nice that other people have noticed that the defense has performed pretty well and played fast and got after it.
I was impressed with the speed of your defense. I'm gonna tell you, I watched. I was impressed with the speed these guys are. They're moving. When that ball snapped, they're moving. So they're fast. Go ahead, LT.
But speaking of speed, you kind of have some speed on the offensive line, so to speak. You guys aren't the biggest.
God almighty, we'll never do
well, no,
That's
I mean,
not what
obviously,
I think of when I see
you guys are you guys ran for 519 yards. You guys aren't the biggest and most stout guys, and you got to open these holes. Talk a little bit about how you guys were able to just have the success that you guys had last week and really all season.
I mean, it's pretty much like we got there the first few drives. We know we've got Shannon in the backfield, so we know that we don't have to make perfect blocks. We really just need to stay on them the best we can. If they start getting off of us, let them go so we don't get holding calls. But, stay on them as best as we can. And then later in the game, our offense kicks in and they get tired. We're fresh. We're a little smaller. We're a little more in shape maybe than some of their defensive line. and most of the time we can go down and then we start getting nasty in the third and fourth quarter and stuff.
I do think that across the board, for our league anyway, our boys have played pretty fast. I appreciate you guys saying that. I thought defensively and offensive line played pretty fast for their positions. We're going to see real fast here Friday, so we're going to see how fast we are. But a lot of times, a group that's kind of lost in that's not here tonight is assistant coaches, because what I think is when these guys play really fast, a lot of time in football, that's a product of people understanding exactly what is expected of them and being able to go do it just like that. If I say, what's your name? You say LT, you know.
Right.
If we ask him what he does on play X, he knows. He just goes and does it. So the coaching, the coaches and the players gelling together on what their assignments are and do it has a lot to do with playing fast. Because not always it's the same in football as who can run on the track the fastest is not always translated into a football game.
Right.
In the football game, the guys that play faster also have to have some skill about them, but they have to know their assignment with 1,000,000% certainty and attack that assignment. And I think, especially on the offensive line, very proud of these guys, Coach Flatt, and all the linemen, and on defense, all the defense coaches, these guys understanding their assignment and attacking their assignment has gotten better each week. It really has.
Now, John, let me ask you, and it's really to all three of you guys, but you guys hadn't beat Gilmer in 5 years. What's it like to be that senior class that broke that streak?
It was pretty nice. Just to be able to be the team that broke the chain and set the standard for the years coming up.
Enough said. I mean, what else you want?
I'm proud of these guys and their attitude toward this. I mean, listen, let's make something clear. One thing that's very exciting that everybody that's watching, whether they live here or if they live in LJ, is that for 3 years in a row now, we've played Gilmer in a game where both teams had a great opportunity to make the playoffs. And the game had a lot to do with it. This year, it looks like both teams will make the playoffs. The game had to do with who's hosting, and every year it's kind of escalated. Of course, you want to win every single one of them. I'm sure they wanted to win all of them. We wanted to win all three of them too. The reality is, in the mountains, where if you look historically, there haven't been as many good teams, that every single year, Gilmer's program has been competitive, they've been successful, and hopefully ours is now too. And so what's great is, we play in this game every year, and it's not just for who can brag about their buddy on who won. That's all extra.
Right.
What's great is it's also for something in the region standings, chance to make the playoffs, and somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. So a good team lost on Friday, and it had to be whether it was us or them. A good team was going to lose on Friday. And so now I think it's important that all these guys understand that was great. It was a really good win. We're not trying to undersell it. But now, we got to move forward, and you got to kind of, block that out to some degree because, we got our next 2 football games, all we're guaranteed is 2 more, and neither one of them are going to be bad football teams.
Speaking of, what are the playoff scenarios for you guys? Obviously, you guys have that basically a region championship game next week, but what are some of the other scenarios that affect you guys?
Well, ours is pretty easy. If we win, we'll be the 1st seed, and if we lose, we'll be the 2nd seed. In both cases, you host in the playoffs. The difference, I guess, is we'll play Region 8's 4 seed if we're the 1st seed, and we'll play their 3rd seed if we're the 2nd seed. So conceivably a little bit stronger team, I guess, if you're the 2nd seed, you'd have to play. But if you can win in the playoffs, being the 1st seed ensures that you play at home twice.
Right.
That's maybe the bigger advantage, I guess, of being a 1 seed. But right now we're not in a scenario where we can finish anything other than 1st or 2nd. So I know the guys below us there's a lot of scenarios that can happen with our 3rd, 4th, 5th teams in our region. But being that we lost to Ridgeland in a lot of ways was, in a weird way, an advantage.
Beneficial.
They're not in a situation where they can have a tiebreaker over us. So the teams that are below us, we all have tiebreakers over. So, the worst we can do is finish 2nd, and we'll host a playoff game anyway.
We got to go to break. We got to go to break. When we come back, you're watching Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk with head coach Chris Parker. We're live here at Chattahoochee Technical College. And when we come back, we're going to have all the seniors in the backdrop, 3 new guys on the couch. I think they're going to do rock, paper, scissors, see who gets the couch. We're going to have 3 new guys on the couch, all the seniors in the back. We're going to have R.J. Casey, VeteranNews.com Pickens sports writer, in the background here with us. So stay tuned. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We're going to talk about this next game with Cartersville.
Trust your next oil change to Sean and Lisa from Brotherhood Oil in Blue Ridge, where service is our top priority. Brotherhood Oil offers oil changes, tire services, transmission flushes, and auto detailing. Monday, Veterans Day. Tuesday, Ladies' Day. Wednesday, senior discount. Brotherhood Oil offers a clean, comfortable waiting area and will have you in and out and on your way. Brotherhood Oil in Blue Ridge, located behind CVS Pharmacy. LJ Tire Company since 1955. With a huge range of tires at the lowest price and fast, hassle-free service, LJ Tire is all you need every time. LJ Tire carries only the top brands in the industry: Cooper, Michelin, Mickey Thompson, Pirelli, and Yokohama. Stop in and let AES certified mechanics change your oil today. Life doesn't slow down for car maintenance, and LJ Tire won't either. If your car is tired of its tires, go to LJ Tire. El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Brian Pritchard, FetcherNews.com, and I'm here with my co-host LT Milton. We also got Pickens, Fetcher News sports writer, Pickens, RJ Casey with us. We're here, it's live at Chattahoochee Technical College, and it's time for Pickens Power Half Hour with head coach Chris Parker. We've got every senior on the team we got with us tonight. We're not missing anybody, right? Got every guy on the team. We miss anybody? Roll call. We got them all. Got every senior here at the Pickens Dragons. Except one.
Yeah, DeAndre Green.
We're missing one. Sorry, couldn't be here. But we've been talking about this impressive win last week. We're going to go into talking about Cartersville and talk to some of these seniors about the year they're having and what they have coming up. Pickens Dragons have secured a playoff spot, but there's still some scenarios within the region that have to take place to see where everybody lands. So, again, before we get started, I want to run over a couple things. Throughout the year, we've got Shannon Brooks with us here tonight. Shannon's got 243 yards on the season, 31 touchdowns.
No.
What did I say? 2,000.
2,000.
What did I say?
You said 200. He's got a lot more than 200.
So you want me to start again? Roll again?
Go.
Take
We're
two.
live, sir.
Oh, okay. We're live. Shannon, 200. Everybody's awake. 2,043 yards. 31 TDs, averaging 11.13 yards a carry, 192 points. But what I really want to focus on just a little bit here is this defense for the last 2 weeks before we get with these guys. I want to talk about a guy, Zach Herman, and I went through everything. I watched these guys the other night, and we'll run over a little bit about Zach. Zach has 8 rushes for 55 yards on the year. He's doing everything, 6.9, 1 touchdown. He's leading the team with 359 yards receiving, averaging 23.9, 4 touchdowns, 66 total tackles, 49 of them are solos, 1 interception, 2 blocks. He's leading punt returns for the team, 6, 138 yards, average 23 yards, and he's kick returns, 4 of them for 92 yards, averaging 23 yards. I just wanted to take a shout out because every week we are going through a lot of the offense and the high-powered offense the Dragons have. I want to give a couple more guys on defense. Can't give everybody, but we love you all. Got Kylan West, 99 tackles, 75 solos, 24 assists, 7 sacks, 18 tackles for a loss. Dylan Gassaway, 86 tackles, 59 solos, 27 assists. Ty Prather, where you at, Ty? There he is right there, Ty Prather. We got him. Teen Wolf, 76 tackles, 40 solos, 36 assists, 2 sacks on the season. Alex Pittman, 7 sacks. And Kalen Brooks, 9 9 sacks, sorry again. 32 sacks on the season this Pickens Dragon defense has. They're all having fun with me tonight. 32 sacks on the season. But I just wanted to roll it off a little bit real quick. This defense has really come together. We heard in the first half of the show how these guys are communicating, they're fast, they're all coming together, and we're seeing it in the wins and we're seeing it on the scoreboard. LT, let's introduce these seniors we have. We met some of them earlier. Let's find out who else we have here and talk a little bit about Cartersville.
Well, here we have Jerry Nelson on the couch. We have Shannon Brooks, obviously. We have Taylor Austin on the couch. I'm sorry. Tyler Austin. Say your name, sir. Say your name, sir.
Caleb Cowart. Derek Messner.
Ryan Evans.
Caitlin Brooks.
John Halbert.
And these are the seniors.
These are seniors. And who we missing tonight? We don't want to leave them out.
DeAndre Green.
Okay.
He was the one that had the kickoff return that got called back, right?
Now, you guys, let me ask you a question. You guys were freshmen when Coach came? Okay, right?
Well,
they just finished their
They finished. They were sophomores. They were going into their sophomore year.
Now here, let's do this. So you come in your sophomore year, you got the new guy here. What'd you think? Now he's not here. Forget he's here right now. What'd you guys think? You come in sophomore year, the new guy's here. Like, how long did it take to like really buy into this guy and what the program was? Talk about that. So come on, sophomore year, you got the new guy. Now you're seniors and you guys are going to hosting a playoff game. So talk about that. Give them permission, Chris. They're all nervous that you're going to get upset.
It didn't take too long. He came in, he made it clear what he wanted to do. And he told us that our main goal is to win a game in the playoffs, do something Pickens has never done before, and just taught us a lot about football.
Speaking of never have done before, you guys are now 10 in the state. You're playing the number 3 team in the state. You've been talking about how the games now mean more. You guys are in these games and expect to be in these games. Talk a little bit about your opponent, Cartersville, this week and what they bring to the table.
Well, I mean, they are far and away the best team we played. No offense to anybody else we played, but they, very talented at the skill positions. They, every guy they have on offense is very capable of scoring big plays. Defensively, running the ball really well. It's going to be a challenge for us. There's a reason why they're ranked the 3rd team in the state. But I mean, for us, it's a situation where we tell the guys before, if we're playing for the region championship, who did you think we would play? I mean, we're not going to play for the region championship against a team that's not very good. You're going to play for the region championship against a solid team. And, Cartersville's that. It's going to be a great challenge for us. But, I would imagine that most people would assume they would beat us. And so we're trying to take the approach of, we're going to do the best we can and see where we go. And we don't have much to lose. We secured a home playoff game. Winning the game would ensure a region championship, which would hang a banner. It'd be awesome. But it's a home playoff game either way, So we kind of got an opportunity to go up there and kind of see where we measure up on the state level, which we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited to see these guys. But to answer your question, these guys they're all scared because we're on TV, not because talk to me. I hope they all these guys do whatever we ask them to do when we got here. And probably would have no matter who the coach was. But I've been very happy with all these guys, all 9 of them, because anytime you come in, there's a lot of attrition. People come in playing football and then quitting football and all that stuff. So, our junior and sophomore and freshman classes have 20, 30 people in them. And, there's 9 of these guys. So, their groups maybe started with 30, 40 people and, down to these 9 guys that have made it all 4 years. So, it's a tribute to them that they were able to put up with us every day for 4 years. And, I'm really proud of them. So, we tried to lay a plan out for them on how we could be successful, and for the most part, we've been able to achieve that. It has been. I look at it as one long season for the last 150 weeks. Since these guys were leaving 9th grade, we just had one long season, and we've gotten a little better every week because we're in the weight room when there's no Dragon Talk, when it's not October, November. We're still been working for the last, and every team does now. So we're working in March and April and May and, all the months when, people don't notice it as much because it's not football season. These guys have been working. And so all that has culminated into having an opportunity to play for region championship, getting to play a playoff game at home. But, my biggest fear now is we get in a situation where we, we're complacent or we're happy that's over. We've had this great moment and now, it's not over for us yet. We hope we're not finished accomplishing things for the season. We got a couple more opportunities now to accomplish some good things.
When you're going up against the Cartersville, and I've asked these kind of questions, and I've looked at your schedule, and it's in balance, but you guys have kind of been building up to a Gilmer game, and playing a team like Gilmer is that an ideal situation to play that team? They are a quality program. We talked about last week. What's exciting in North Georgia is we have quality football programs in North Georgia.
Right.
And you brought that up last week. So when you're playing a good team and you get the W and you get it solid on both sides of the ball, is that where you want to be going into a team like Cartersville?
Yeah, it can serve as a distraction if you allow it to be. That
right.
You got a big win. A lot of times traditionally, when you have a big win, things go either way. You can either use that as a springboard to play even better the next week and have the positive confidence and energy that you can continue to play another quality team, or you can say good for us, pat yourself on the back, talk about how good you were, and sometimes you'll see a step back. That happens in the NFL, it happens in college, and happens in high school. The challenge for us this week is try not to do that, try to refocus, try to use the game Friday as a positive and confidence that we can play well, because we didn't play perfect to win that game. We could have done a lot better than we did at times, but the ball did bounce our way a few times. We were able to win the game. To win on this Friday, we're going to have to actually play even better than that. So we're still striving for that kind of perfect game. It's not out there, but you're trying to strive for that. And, we'll see, I guess, how it goes on Friday. But to answer your question, it really can go both ways on that.
When's the last time Pickens hosted a playoff game at home?
One other time, I think about 2
RJ, what's the answer on that? Real quick.
2004.
2004. I knew it. I did that on purpose. I knew RJ would give you that.
That's the only time, right?
Because I was there.
Yeah, RJ was there. 2004.
Yeah,
one of the reasons I started out the second segment with that question, guys, is the day you guys are sophomores. He comes in. You probably at that time you didn't really think of yourself as the leadership at that time of this team, but he did. He knew when he met every one of you that you guys were the leadership that would be here today. So that's what is awesome to have seen what you guys have worked out. The other teams I've watched for several years have all been good, but this leadership has come to fullness under coaches. Coach's leadership. Go on, get some questions in here.
All right, Jerry, you're on the defense. Tell me a little bit about the challenges that Cartersville is going to bring to you guys that you've watched on film, that you've studied, some of the things that their offense, both of you guys' offense score 42 points a game, somewhere around there. So talk a little bit about their offense and the challenges they're going to bring.
Well, they might be bigger than us, but if we fire off the ball, I think we have a good night. And just do what we're supposed to do and line up when we're supposed to line up and do the little jobs and do the little things right. I think we'll be pretty good Friday night.
Now, Mr. Austin, same question to you, but about the defense.
Well, from what we've seen on film, Cartersville, they like just running upfield. They're really fast, have a lot of speed. That's something our offense doesn't really have a lot of except in the backfield. So we're just going to have to just buckle down and just try to tire them out.
Now, Shannon, I want to ask you, last week you played a pretty good back in your region. This week you guys are playing another pretty big good back in your region. Now, obviously, you're not on the defense, but do you feel a little extra, for lack of a better word, pressure when you know that team has another running back, and do you feel the pressure to prove that you're the best running back on the field today?
Not really, to be honest. I trust in our defense. It's going to be a long game either way, and I trust our defense we went against Chubb, and he did really good against our defense.
He was a good back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
He is too.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He was as well.
I agree.
But I trust our defense. I think they do their job, and all 11 of them run to the ball and game tackle them, and I think it'd be fine.
Yeah, it's really important that our guys do, worry about their own individual assignment. I'm really glad, I'm proud of all these guys, and we could have a 6-hour Dragon Talk tonight with me telling stories about these guys and how proud we are of them. But it's nice we got these three guys on here because, especially with Jerry and Tyler both, have really had to work hard to get the chances to play that they have now. And things have not always come easy to them, and they've had to earn it. And they probably had days they didn't want to be out there or got tired of us getting on them about things. And I'm just really proud of both these guys and the toughness and that they've had to endure, mental and physical toughness. And then Shannon, Shannon's one of the best players in the state of Georgia. That's not a secret. But, Shannon will be the first one to tell you that, we all got to do our individual job, coaches, players. If Shannon was so good, we would have never lost a game ever. And that's not fair. Football's not like that. You're only as good as the worst guys out there and the guys who can make other people better. And Shannon, I'm more proud of Shannon for making other people better and getting excited. Shannon gets more excited in the game when other people score. He doesn't care about, he just scores and you can't even hardly talk to him. And then when other people scores, he's like jumping on me and acting crazy. And so, the effort that these guys put in off the field, away from the, camera, away from what people see, is has really been exciting for me. And I know with Shannon, he gets a lot of credit for things, but he's equally as good in the weight room and on the practice field and stuff that nobody sees. And these guys have done that too, and really all of them. We got a lot of those kind of stories in this group, and that's why it's been a good group.
Well, Shannon is leading the state points in rushing, but people make a mistake if they don't realize that your team is good.
That's right.
And you have a good team.
We're proud of all of them, and hopefully, and that's what we talk about. Unfortunately, we probably don't quite get the statewide recognition in our region in general. Like us and Gilmer, both really good football teams played Friday, and maybe across the state. A lot of people knew that, but maybe not as many as should have. And unfortunately, you get a few opportunities, and this opportunity Friday is one of these opportunities where we can maybe put ourselves out there in maybe a little higher level than the Dragons are used to having to play at, and we kind of see where we measure up. And then the next week you're going to play a really quality team in the state playoffs and at home. We never won a playoff game in the school's history. The school been there 60 years, never won a playoff game. So we got some really exciting things to build towards still, and I'm hoping we can get another 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 wins here coming up.
How do you keep the guys focused on Friday night? You got guys, it's Friday night. That game's over, film, get back to work, Friday night. How do you keep that focus in the locker room?
Well, we try. Unfortunately, there's not a magic answer to that because we would definitely be doing it. But, we just try to remind them that play with the confidence we gained from Friday night, but, the game will start 0-0. Nobody's going to get any extra credit points. They're not going to get any extra credit points for being ranked 3rd in the state, but we're not going to get any extra points for having won last week and finally beating Gilmer for the first time in however long. And none of that's going to matter when it gets to 7:30 on Friday. It's going to be Pickens and Cartersville, 1-game season, just like it always is. And just like it has been every game we played. It's just at that moment, it's just you and them and whoever executes the best. And so, we try to talk to them about it. But the key is that, they have to buy into it. They've got to do that, and then we'll just kind of see on Friday. But I'm really excited about these guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we perform in these last few weeks.
You got anything you want to, before we close? Did you have something you wanted to?
No, I'm good.
We're good?
Yes, sir.
I just want to make sure. Okay. Hey, this is Brian Pritchard, and I'm here with my co-host LT Milton, and this has been Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk with head coach Chris Parker. We've had a special night with all these seniors. We're really proud of the Pickens Dragons, and we really want you to go down to Cartersville, go down there with them, Dragons fans. Cartersville, 7:30, a lot on the line. Go support these Dragons. We want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing our pizza party. And again, hey guys, good luck Friday night. Good team. You guys are awesome, and you're there. They're going to be in this thing Friday night. And then following week, we got a home playoff game here in Pickens, but we got to win this one first. We got to get this one out of the way before that one. So, Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk with Chris Parker live from Chattahoochee Tech. We're out, and good luck Dragons Friday night.
Here's the thing. You need a job, but not just any job. You need a job that's exciting and pays better than flipping burgers. Discover the training you need for an awesome career in 2 years or less at Chattahoochee Technical College.
Chattahoochee Technical College offers programs in some of America's highest-paying fields.
Want to learn about computers or healthcare?
Chattahoochee Tech has got that.
Stop dreaming and discover the career that's right for you.
Chattahoochee Technical College. Discover you. Call 770-528-4545 or visit chattahoocheetech.edu.
Do you remember when you were a kid?
Which grown-up do you remember most?
A special teacher? Your coach? A volunteer?
It just takes one day.
It just takes one caring adult.
It just takes one Boys and Girls Club.
Who changed your life?
Who's gonna change mine? Are you the one?